Good morning and welcome back to the channel. We spent 2 days here at the lovely Suncoast Hotel here in Durban just to sort of recoup everything. We gave the LYNX some love, gave it some more decorations. It once again needed another new brake master cylinder. Got that sorted. Gearbox is definitely hurt. It ran dry on the way to Belito, and obviously after that we had to drive from Belito to here. So the gearbox is hurt, but it does have oil in it now. It stopped making all the noises that it used to make, but we're not gonna lie, we are a little bit worried about it. So while we are on our way to the Umhlanga Pier, where we will leave, from where we will leave to our first orphanage for today, thank you very much to Suncoast for the lovely stay here. It was great, and today I believe it's going to be a busy one because we're stopping at as many orphanages as possible, and the final destination being Port Edward. Dom and Sam are in the LYNX. For now, I am passenger in the Hilux, going to edit some footage. Change of plans, we readjusted our priorities. Main priority being the orphanages and the child homes. So our first stop for today, if I can find the sign that's on the wall, is Phoenix Child and Family Welfare Society, where we will obviously be delivering presents. Sleigh is here, presents are here. Let's do this. So here there are 13 kids. We'll just be dropping off the presents. The way they run things here, we won't be interacting with the kids. I assume it's protocol, so we have to respect that. Whenever you're interacting with orphanages, children's homes, safe houses, etc., it's important to remember to respect their protocols, because their main priorities is the safety of the children. However, they may wish to not expose children to certain things, to keep kids removed from certain situations. That is how they choose to run things, and they understand the situations better, so they are able to act in the children's best interests. So at this stop we'll just be dropping off the presents and moving along to the next. Next stop, here we come. And we are here at Durban Child and Youth Care Centre. And so far this is the largest stop we've had. 70 kids are here. Also, if anybody's wondering where your 2 Rand is going, they are sponsored by the KFC Ad Hope Foundation as well. And there we go, 70 presents in front of the sleigh. As you can hear, the kids are very excited about everything. How's it? Whose car? Whose car over there in the white shirt?
Do you guys want to go see? Do you want to come touch it?
Come closer.
The kids are clearly having a great time with the LYNX. We are finishing up here, and from here we will be heading up to Goldbach and Edwin Swells to meet up with the people there, and maybe even pick up a few more presents. Just got here, and already they've got a tree and a bunch of presents. Throw in the van and deliver to kids. All right, here at Amanzan Toti Child Family Welfare, there are 40 kids, 40 presents, so let's start packing. Right, minus 40 presents, plus 40 presents, 40 smiles to be. Roof is on the LYNX because it started drizzling, soon to become rain, and we are now off to Port Shepstone Beach. There we go. Oh yeah! Ocean. We are almost at, what time is it? Almost 6. We are on our way to Port Edward. Quickly stopped in Port Shepstone, just admiring the stinky LYNX before the gearbox explodes. We did get a spare that is currently in the BYD. So once we get to Port Edward, we're going to assess, make sure the 2 gearboxes are definitely interchangeable, and then we should be able to send that one off with a bang and swap in the new one. Speaking of exploding gearboxes, Dominic is very afraid. So we have a security guard with us, Freddy.
Frightened,
So he's
but
taking
you've been kind of worrying
a bulletproof
me. So
vest
why am I worried? Because there's no oil in the
and
gearbox,
putting it
and
by
it's
the
making a
gearbox
noise
tunnel.
like it's about to explode.
That can't be necessary. So how are we feeling about the box?
Honestly, fine. Like, I already told Sam when we get the spare box, because he does not want to continue the trip on this because it is possibly going to hinder us in a weird area where we can't do anything. I told him, well, if we're going to replace the box, I've never had the opportunity to deliberately money shift a box. Like, I'm not too stressed. I think if we just drive it hard, it will make its mind up. It will decide if
It will
wants
decide how it feels about life.
Personally, I think it'll be fine. I did check, it definitely is the box with that rattle.
Oh bother. Okay, good to know.
What's happening?
I actually haven't gotten a chance to feel this thing since we did the short shift mod and the bushing mod. So I'm very curious about this. I hope I get to drive it before the box explodes so I can feel it as it is right now. Well, we will be transferring all of this to the new box because the new box doesn't have any of that.
I honestly feel like even if you money shifted it, the box is so fragile it would just eat the box.
Oh yeah, it most likely is the weak link in the system. How are you feeling, Mr. Sam?
I'm feeling like it is what it is, bro. I'm feeling like it is what it is. The sleigh stopped leaking because there's no oil in it, so at least we can stop messing up the biodiversity. So in that sense, it's okay. Greta she can be okay with that. But yeah, dude, I'm feeling like we need to carry on.
Yes.
And despite all of the challenges, we push through. And I know we're all tired. I'm tired. But when you remember the greater cause and why we're doing it, it keeps you going. So in that sense, yeah, I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. At the end of the day, like, it's when something happens to the sleigh, it truly sucks because it brings people so much joy, and it's sad. It feels like a piece of you is hurt nearly, because I think we've all grown attached to it.
Greatly.
And, I want nothing more than for it to just go well. Now we begin this ritual. That's the kind of anxiety the sleigh gives you.
Well, I guess I'm more exposed to this type of thing than you, so the anxiety with the car. See? The anxiety with the car fixes itself. Other than the gearbox, which we'll fix, but
I'll film it. Have fun, boys.
No, I'm making sure you get your hands dirty.
No, I will. I want to get my hands dirty. I really do, and I'm quite keen to help out. I want to learn.
So while he has a Kevlar vest, I've got the Northern Off-Road cup holder to keep my legs safe. Not that gearboxes always necessarily ever explode to the outside though. Yeah. So while me and Dom wanted to drive the box until it exploded, we have been overruled by Mr. Sam over there. Mr. Sam.
No, we've actually been saved by Razine.
Yes. Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
We've actually been saved
I'm just
by
going to go
Shell.
first, flat, up and down.
Oribi Shell is organising a workshop for us so that we can actually change the gearbox, which is a big lifesaver because next up we're driving through the Transkei. It's very empty, a little bit sketchy, and the roads are quite bad in the Transkei, so rather not risk it. So it is the smarter choice to change the box here rather than risk it and have the box leave us in a questionable space or a space where we cannot get access to a workshop. So tomorrow we are missioning with this thing. And here is the new gearbox. So that was pretty much just up the road from Goldwagen where we had lunch earlier today. That is going in tomorrow, and then I'm unsure where that's going because it won't be completely dead, so we might just throw it in the back of the Hilux. If that one kablooies, we've got a slightly dead but not yet kablooied one to put it back in. I'm not quite sure what the plan is with the box. We might even just leave it, like have a salvage yard take it off our hands, but we'll get to that tomorrow. So No thanks to you guys. I put the gearbox inside here. We are leaving the LYNX here because it's being fixed here. We might get a lift available or a pit available to us, but last I heard it's being put on ramps in a parking lot. I said from the start it's going to be an adventure, and it is certainly going to hold true. Good morning. It is tomorrow, and there has been a slight change of plans because we are in Port Edward, and so is the LYNX. So when last we spoke, I said that we're leaving this in Port Shepstone where we will change out the gearbox. That is no longer the plan. We are in a convoy of rather volatile vehicles. This thing is just open. That's a Hilux. That's a van with the brands of some very expensive stuff, with some very expensive stuff inside it as well. And of course we have the BYD, which is the only one in the country. So we sort of reshuffled our route to do 2 days of driving in one. Then we decided, no, let's just completely reroute, because long story. We completely rerouted, so we will now be driving via Kokstad to East London, as opposed to the original plan, which was to take, well, we were going to do Lusiki Road down to Port St. John's. Not sure if that's down to Port St. John's, but somewhere along the line we would have done Lusiki Road. So it would have been Lusiki, Port St. John's, Umtata, or was it Umtata, Port St. John's, Lusiki? Anyways, just the number 1, number 2 most dangerous roads to drive in South Africa, and we elected to not do that. What we are doing now is taking the 1.5 hour detour, heading up to Kokstad, which is a bit more inland, and then sort of making a arc back down to East London to rejoin the coast. Gearbox oil is here. Gearbox is here. That's an Nelson. And we are sort of all in the mind of, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're going to try to find a workshop in East London to change the gearbox.
Later.
I'll find out if the van's stuck now. So on our way to the first orphanage, just on our way to Kokstad, Google Maps shysted us, and there in the distance it's like a proper 4x4 gradient. This would not make it up. That would without towing this, but then this, that and that won't make it up. So we're trying to do a UE. Van stuck. Huh.
The truck is stalling.
Okay, just keep it from rolling. Sorry.
But I don't think this is going to help him much.
That's solid. Turn this way. Okay, that's enough. No, whoa. Whoa. That's my bad. She's sitting, not moving. Okay.
Okay, turn the go back. A bit more. Okay, a little bit more. You don't need, just put it in neutral. Only tip. Right. More. Little bit. Stop.
Whoa.
Cool, stop. Turn. Okay, continue. Okay, straighten.
To your right. Whoa. Whew. While we're here, might as well do some giving. Never a dull moment. Kokstad, here we come. Hold on. Three kids, eh?
Tomorrow.
It is tomorrow, and we are here at EL Auto Center. We could have been at the beach. We haven't been at the beach on this coastal trip once. My piggies are yet to feel the sand, and for some reason, I'm carrying a gearbox to a LYNX. We are just about to have the most amount of fun, aren't we? So the gearbox is hurt and it's not yet exploded, but it is leaking oil at a quicker rate than we can keep up with. So rather than risk the gearbox going kablooey in like a dodgy area where we can't get a workshop like this, or just doing it in an inconvenient spot, we're rather just going to change the gearbox now, get it over with, rip the band-aid off, and then all going well, we'll have a perfectly functioning LYNX. Alright, car's in the air, most or all of the bell housing bolts are out. We just need to remove the drive shaft, then we can start working on gearbox mount and getting the gearbox out. Alright, camera battery is about to die and I do not have a spare with me, so the next time you see me, hopefully we'll be doing something a bit more positive, so cheers. So I promised that I'd restart the camera on something more positive. That is why I'm outside, not inside with the LYNX right now. So this is an M20, been bored and stroked up to a 2.9 meter. I think he told me it's an S50 crank from a 2.8, and then they just bored them out with, and they're using other pistons that I don't quite remember what he told me. And if I listen to that, it's got a bit of a hot cam in it as well. Sit rep Santa's sleigh is currently dead and dying. Most of the lights died, their RGB control units popped, and I thought this thing, being the 2 liter, had the 2 liter Pinto, the 2 liter bullet box in it. So that's a bullet box. That's the one that came out of the LYNX. That's a 1.6 box. Luckily it's not a big faff, because that box is broken anyways. The input shaft, let me actually just show you. So this input shaft is rather flaccid. That's not good. So the guys here at EL Auto managed to find a dead Ford Sapphire with a 2 liter Pinto motor in it. So they're busy sourcing a new gearbox and new drive shaft, because I did some measuring. Seems doing the Pinto swap from the 1.6 box will be quite simple and easy in our situation, especially since we've already butchered the transmission tunnel. The only thing that we do have a problem with in doing the gearbox swap is that this output shaft, it's like a 25mm-ish output shaft, and this is visibly beefier, so we'll have to change the back end of the drive shaft. But the gearbox the guys are sourcing, I said, comes with a new drive shaft. So if we are lucky, we'll be able to just change out the universal joint here, because that's the part we need to change. If we're not lucky, we'll just have to get that off and get a drive shaft place just to put on the universal joint from the other drive shaft that we're getting with a new box. I know it's easy to hate on spinning and spin cars, but I've looked into it. A ton of work goes into prepping a spin car like this, and I won't lie, spinning is something I really do want to try for myself someday. Maybe when I get tired of the Corolla someday, I'm gonna gas at the rear end of it and just see how quickly I kill it trying to spin it. Because spinning has evolved a lot. It used to mostly just be donut, but it's really evolved a lot, and it does require quite a bit of skill. And obviously, in most cases in competition, you do have, and in sideshows, you do have the stunt person that gets out and does all the things, stands on the car, runs around with it, etc., etc., etc. But even just the driving aspect of spinning has changed so much over the years that it is really something that I want to try for myself someday. But I have to say, I have one qualm with spinning in South Africa, is it has made the E30 much more expensive. Oh, it's a K70. That's my jam right there. Nah, bro, that's a minter. Can't spin that. After a long day of doing short day things, we are back at the workshop with the LYNX. So we're reinstalling all the decorations because those shat the bed. We're gonna see what plan we can make with the gearbox. I've updated you all on that situation. It's currently looking like we're gonna put the old box back in and carry a spare if we do find the one that was found for us here. We can't carry the one that we got in Durban as a spare because it's stuffed. It would have been nice to put the heavy duty upgrade box in it, even though we already thought we had that box in it. Now I'm paranoid about having the 1.6 box. We're installing an inverter and just getting house lights, and that will work so much better than the 12 volt ones we've been running because they're so expensive and they're so fragile and they're not bright at all. So a funny thing that happened, we've got Sam doing manual labor, and other than that, the wing nut on the air filter burst through the bonnet, well, chewed through the bonnet and eventually burst through it due to all of the vibrations and corrugations we've been driving. We're not going to tell Sam, but we're putting one of these obnoxious turbo whistles on the exhaust. There we go. This is feeling like we're going to make progress also. I just blinked and the box is in. I looked up and this guy is holding it. It's like, what? These guys clearly work a whole lot faster than I do back at home. So while these oaks are missioning with the gearbox, Dominic over here has taken it upon himself to bedazzle our wheels. Are you happy with the shiny thing, sir?
Sam is, and that's what matters.
Obviously we don't have an alignment tool for the clutch, so the plan is to pull the box back, nip the clutch up, put the box in, align the clutch with the actual gearbox, pull the box back again, torque the clutch, and then the box will be in, then the prop shaft goes on, this thing's on the ground, then we fill up the gearbox, fill up the diff, because the diff is drier than I'd like it to be. Then the LYNX should be moderately better than it was, because it has 4 bolts holding the bell housing to the gearbox. It was leaking out the bottom 2 bolts on the gearbox for some reason, so they put some sealant on the actual bolts themselves, and that should either work or at least reduce the issue. Otherwise, we are making excellent progress and we are having a not too bad time at the same time. Gearbox is in, drive shafts in position, busy bolting it up. Got some new lights under here because the underglow died. That's gonna die as well, but it's here for now. Starter's back in, everything is where it should be. Once the prop shaft is on, we've got to fill up all the fluids and everything, drop the links, and then the moment of truth will have arrived and we'll know if it works or not. We'll decorate it tomorrow, fix all of that, but the mechanical part is on its way back to being sorted. Just find it hilarious because we did all this work and it's just going back together the way it was. We just put some sealant, they put sealant on the two bottom bolts that were leaking, but it's the old box going back in, and I guess it's good that we're topping up the diff because that was quite empty. Right, we are just about done. Clutch cable needs adjusting. The two top bell housing bolts need to go in. Fluids are filled. Fillers are nipped. Fillers are torqued. That's the word. We are just about ready to start her up again. LYNX keys are missing. They're probably at the accommodation we're staying at. So we're discussing sending someone to go get them. They'll be on the dining table if they're anywhere, or on someone's bedstand, or in someone's bag. Not quite sure, but they're not here. They're not within eye shot. And we gotta start this thing tonight. We have to. We have to. We earned it. All of them earned it. This thing is starting tonight. So the LYNX is up and running again. The gear shift is porridge again. But the gears are, once you find them, they click in and they hold, they don't jump out. It is now tomorrow, so it is tomorrow. I'm a bit sad I didn't get to drive it. No, I'm very sad that I didn't get to drive it when the gear shift was good, but sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And you never know what you're gonna get. But I'm gonna pick this up when the sun comes up, because it is tomorrow. You can actually see that dusk is starting to set in, so see you when I see you.